Good evening. Welcome to the Daily Aztec broadcast. I'm Luis Lopez.
And I'm Amber Salas.
The Aztec Recreation Center expansion project is nearing a milestone. Phase 3 of construction is underway, with the goal of the whole project being completed by spring 2022. Some of the highlights of the new ARC include an indoor track, 3 new exercise studios, more equipment, study spaces, and eateries.
The construction has continued to make positive advancements, and part of this is due to the fact that students were sent home last semester due to COVID-19. An empty campus allowed them to increase progress.
San Diego State announced that its in-person classes will shift to the online format and remain that way for the rest of the semester. In a school-wide email sent on November 17th, President Adela De La Torre announced that approximately 2,100 students will not return to the classroom in hopes of reducing the spread of COVID-19 after traveling for the holidays. The university made the recommendation that faculty should make the transition to online courses by Wednesday, November 25th at the latest. Students enrolled in in-person classes should expect to hear more information from their professors.
In sports news, former San Diego State guard Malachi Flynn was selected as the 29th overall pick in the 2020 NBA draft by the Toronto Raptors on Wednesday night. Flynn becomes the third Aztec to be selected in the first round, joining Michael Cage and Kawhi Leonard. Flynn will continue to wear the red and black as he heads to Toronto to begin preparations for the 2020-2021 NBA basketball season, slated to start on December 22nd.
In other basketball news, SDSU's men's basketball opens the season this Wednesday at Viejas Arena against UCLA. The Aztecs will start the season with a multi-team event against the Bruins and UC Irvine. The Aztecs ended last season with a historic 30-2 record and a trip to the NCAA tournament with a 1 or 2 seed cut short due to COVID-19. This season, the Aztecs come with the same mindset of winning all games to have another successful season. Here's a look at what Aztec fans can expect to see from the Aztecs this season. Last season didn't go exactly as planned for the Aztecs. They hoped to hear their name called on Selection Sunday, but instead the entire NCAA tournament was canceled. But this Wednesday marks a new beginning for the Aztecs as a new season begins. And although it'll be a challenging one, the Aztecs feel that they're ready to take the court.
This is probably the toughest schedule that we've played in my 20 years here.
The Aztecs are always up for a challenge. The biggest challenge to look forward to this season is their non-conference schedule, with games against teams like UCLA, BYU, and Arizona State, as well as tough conference matchups like Boise State and Utah State.
UCLA, Arizona State both pick 1 and 2 in the Pac-12. UC Irvine pick 1 in the Big West. St. Mary's and BYU pick 2 and 3 in the WCC, and the list goes on.
The Aztecs are eager to play in their first real competition this Wednesday. They've spent time scrimmaging against each other, but look forward to seeing what their team is truly made of when the time comes to take on the Bruins, who were ranked number 22 in the preseason AP poll.
The guys just can't wait. Can't wait to get out there on the floor and compete. We compete every day in practice, and I think as it gets closer, we're going to get tired of competing against each other, and we're just ready to take out our frustration and our anger out on somebody else.
After experiencing last season cut short due to COVID-19, the Aztecs are grateful for the opportunity to be able to play basketball this season. It's a privilege they know they won't take for granted.
And now you go into it and you have basketball taken away from you for those some odd months, and now you just come into it with the mindset that you're going to treat it like it's going to go away tomorrow again.
Aztec fans can expect to see experience on this team. The team returns their 2 leaders in Jordan Shackle and Matt Mitchell, along with the addition of new grad transfers to add talent and depth to the court.
I mean, I love our experience. I want to stay old, and we added 2 fifth-year seniors. We have 3 regular seniors. We have 3 juniors. We have a sophomore that are all going to be counted on this year. And with that being said, I've got 3 really good freshmen. So we've got talent, we've got depth, and now we have to see if we can play like a team at both ends of the floor. And that's always been the trademark of San Diego State, playing at both ends, obviously defense setting the tone, and then playing unselfish basketball at the offensive end.
Although this season will be played with no fans, the Aztecs are confident in their ability to create their own energy.
I think that we are second to no one when bringing energy coming off the bench, the starting five, whoever it is. But we definitely have to be our own energy this year, and we know that coming in, and we'll definitely step up to the plate.
Regardless of the environment, the Aztecs' expectations are to play consistent and passionate basketball to win games.
Our expectations are that we play passionate and perfect basketball at the defensive end, and that we share the ball on offense and try to find out who the hot hand is and know that from a game-to-game basis and ride that hot hand.
And for the Daily Aztec, I'm Amber Salas.
In football news, the Aztecs are on the road this week facing an undefeated Nevada team. The Aztecs are coming off of their win against Hawaii last week and look to continue the win streak. This will be the first of 2 consecutive road games for the Aztecs. Fans can tune into CBS at 12:30 to watch the game. Here's sports editor Kyle Betts with a preview for today's game.
San Diego State football is gearing up for the second half of the regular season with a matchup on the road against Nevada Saturday at 12:30 p.m. The Wolfpack are headed by sophomore quarterback Carson Strong, who leads the Mountain West Conference in passing. A main emphasis for the Aztecs this week is getting pressure on Strong.
One of our D-line musts is always to affect the quarterback, and that hasn't changed throughout the season. I believe we put in plays that are going to help us get there, get home, and get our rushes going.
Nevada is also a 4-0 team and holds the conference record advantage over the 3-1 Aztecs. Needless to say, this is a pivotal game for both teams. Number 5 Texas A&M was supposed to face Ole Miss Saturday, but that game was postponed due to COVID-19 concerns. As a result, the Aztecs will play on CBS. It's the first time the team has been featured on national television since 2008. This gives the Aztecs a chance to showcase their team on a national stage.
It's nothing different. We're excited for the opportunity for people to watch us, but it still comes down to the game and winning the game, because that's what really matters. But we're excited for the opportunity.
Be sure to follow our social media at @DAztecSports for live game coverage, including a recap that will be posted on our website shortly after the game. And for the Daily Aztec, I'm Kyle Betts.
Thanks, Kyle. That's all from us here in the studio. If you liked what you saw here, then keep your eyes peeled for next week when we drop our next digital issue. And for the Daily Aztec, I'm Amber Salas.
And I'm Luis Lopez. Have a great night and a happy Thanksgiving.